Okay, this is Aaron again with Exalted Lamb 1, and I have my latest video out for you. I finally got it together. There's a lot more information I could have put together and a lot of research I could have done, but I just got to get this out because we're like 4 days away. So I want to get this to everybody who's waiting on this, my Telegram group and everybody else, all my subscribers that have been really following what's going on here this holiday season, this time frame. And I put some stuff out about this time and what's coming up. And I think this whole thing about December, it's really about January, about the new year. And the reason why they did the new year, right in the middle of winter, instead of normally God's new change of, the year is basically in spring. Okay, starting from spring, going from winter to spring. Spring starts a new year anyway on God's creation calendar and all that. Not getting into all that right now, but anyway, I think this is hopefully possibly completely nailed down, as like I like to say, with all these signs in the heavens and everything like that. And I'm going to go through that. So anyway, without any further ado, let's get going here. My Telegram group is Exalted Lamb 1, having no part in the worthless deeds of darkness, but instead exposing them, Ephesians 5:11. That's my motto, basically. The Lord Jesus has basically put me on this mission for the last 5.5 years on YouTube to expose the darkness, and how they communicate, how the elite and how the people in the stupid the cabal, basically the world, anyway, I'll just say it that way, the cabal of ruthless people, the synagogue of Satan, and this, which is very apropos for this video, have really manipulated the masses to get to one world government, one world religion, one world evil dictator, all this stuff. So, and I might have nailed down completely now his birth, his actual birth of where he's, this Satan is cast down from heaven onto earth on that exact day. So let's get into this. Now on my timeline of probable events, normally I could pin it to the top of comments, but like I shared in my last couple of videos, YouTube, as I like to call them, YouTubes, they basically made it impossible because they want me to give them facial recognition, scan my face and everything like that, and I will not do that. So no links will work in my description box, and also I can't pin my comments, my timeline to the top of comments. So my timeline will be in the comments somewhere. So hopefully, do me a favor. No one did this for me last time, or virtually, well, not nobody. Most people didn't do this for me last time. If you put a quick comment, some positive thing on the in reply to the timeline of events, then that'll pop to the top, if you would. So all positive comments, please. And by the way, if you make any troll-like comments, negative comments, I get rid of those in 2 seconds flat. Deleted. Hello. So those are gone. So anyway, I explained that in my last one of my last videos about how I cannot do any links or whatever now, and that's just becoming annoying. But they basically want to track everybody now, and with this stuff coming, you don't want to have this all tracked. So anyway, moving on. And like I've said before about with predictive programming, again, if you want to see my previous 3-part video, watch those, and that gets to what predictive programming is and all the details on that. And also I've mentioned here and there, but I mentioned recently, and now this time, in the Satanic Bible, Anton LaVey basically stated that the non-ritual or manipulative magic, sometimes called lesser magic, it's Luciferian's version of, or the original predictive programming, consists of the wile and guile obtained through various devices and contrived situations, which when utilized can create change in accordance with the subject's will. So basically, they're manipulating people through these kind of contrived situations, devices and contrived situations. And that also includes gematria, the programming of the numbers in the letters, as I have shared many times. That's one of their big devices, okay? Gematria. So, and I'll get into that more. And one of those devices in gematria is the rule of Kalel. The Kabbalistic rule of Kalel states that one digit can be added to or subtracted from the gematria value of a word without affecting its value. This seems to modern ears to be a cheat. However, the Kabbalists explained the rule by pointing out that for them, one was not a number. The monad symbolizes the divinity and could come and go as he pleased, adding nothing and taking nothing away. So I want to share that with you, because there's going to be some things to apply that here and there in this. And everything I'm going to share, just keep in mind, you could add one or take one away anytime on any of the gematria. Even though I don't typically do it a ton or anything like that, I try to take it a strict face value, but that covers a couple things here and there, because things being off by one sometimes is how they plan it. So it's hidden by one. Any more than that, and it's not fair. It's a rule, and it makes it more fair. It's kind of ridiculous, but it makes it more. It just all makes it logical and fair. Okay, that's how it works. So I want to step into this. This is a phenomenal revelation. And I've shared in the past my brother Constantine. I want to again thank him so much for all his work on this. I can't even say. We've been pinging off each other back and forth, ping, 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 with this crazy synergy with each other through the Lord Jesus, and both knowing him and then knowing each other, and we're just pinging things off each other with times, dates, and symbols, and I mean, now we've come up with this amazing thing off this stuff back and forth, and I want to give him a lot of credit for things that he's found. So thank you so much, brother. You're awesome. And then also, of course, like I said, I give 100% credit to the Lord Jesus Christ. He is basically my personal friend. He's Constantine's friend, of course. A lot of you, he's your friend, and a lot of you know of him, but you don't know him maybe. I encourage you to get to know him personally, hear his voice. He said that in the Bible that my sheep hear my voice. I mean, many things about that. The faithful virgins, that basically he opened the door to. They knew when he was coming. They were ready for him. The ones that weren't ready, the other virgins, the foolish virgins, the wise, I should say, virgin. They're faithful, but they're also wise. This is the wise virgins. The ones who knew about him, but they didn't have enough oil in their lamps. They didn't have enough faith. They weren't personal with him, so they missed. And when they came up to the door, he said, "I don't know you." And he said that to other people who said, "We cast out demons in your name," and all this stuff. Well, depart from me. I don't know you. It's about knowing him. Okay, that's what it's about. So anyway, he's made these incredible revelations available to me and even Constantine. And then together we put these together, and it's just phenomenal. So in the Hanukkah menorah is something that's hidden that is just been uncovered, and it's all credit to him. So thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Father in heaven, in Jesus' name. So here we go. The Hanukkah menorah is hiding what? 2 tetrad blood moons with a center point right here. Do you see this? Two tetrad blood moon sets, one here and one here, and this is the center point here, and that's the birth of the Antichrist and other things. I'm going to get into this here. So, and it just happens to be on this menorah, against the Hanukkah menorah, the 8 days of Hanukkah, and then the center one lights the others. When people would light the menorah for Hanukkah, if you're participating in that, right? And then use that center candle to light the others. But the center candle is higher. It is a predictive programming massive tool to let people know that the Antichrist, or the light bearer, is coming into the world between these two times. These two sets of tetrad blood moons is really phenomenal, okay? And that is the birth of AntichristObama, okay? This is crazy. The blood moons that are, it's perfectly centered within these tetrads, set of tetrads. And I'm going to get into this as a perfect balance, okay? And it's also the birth of the faithful, okay? I have not covered this too much as far as the exact day details of that. I'm going to put it on my timeline for the first time, because there's a marking out of the faithful. There's groups of faithful. There's the 144, and then there's the balance of the faithful, which will leave on the last day. The balance of the faithful also include the Church of Smyrna. My timeline includes the 10 days as well of Smyrna. So when the first attack day happens, which is the 4th and 5th day, 10 days later is the last 2 days. So within those 10 days, the Church of Smyrna has a chance to, they're going to be put in FEMA camps and such, and other places around the world, wherever they might be around the world, but the United States will be put in FEMA camps, and they'll get a chance to deny Jesus or not. And then they're putting them to the test, just like it says in Revelation 2 and 3 about the 7 churches. And the church of Smyrna will have a chance to deny him or not. And then if they do not, and they're still alive, then they will be taken up with the balance of the faithful on the very last day. But what's unique about the 144 is they'll be taken in the 11th and 12th days, the tsunami days. As soon as lightning falls from heaven, Satan's cast down from heaven and falls and hits Obama's dead body and brings it back to life and incarnates Stinky BO, the 44th president's dead body. Then that is when the signal is for the faithful to go up, because he'll no longer be the prince of the power of the air, and he'll be kicked out of heaven. And then that's when in that moment when the faithful go up. So anyway, a long story on that. I'll get into some of that. That'll be in my timeline as well. Okay. Again, my timeline will be in comments. You gotta find it. Okay. It's gonna be that whole timeline from December 31st to January 15th. Okay. And all the events that are happening during that time. Okay, so this is the exact center point is January 11th, 2024, and it just happens to be exactly the 11th day. I've been saying for 5.5 years almost on YouTube that the 11th day / 12th day, so January 111 and 112, but on the timeline it's always been the 11th / 12th day, whatever those days were. Like it could have been, the 11th day could be the 21st. It could be the 11th day. I mean, sorry, the 20th, because out of 20 comes 2, and 2 is 1 and 1, and then you take away the 0. And I'm going to show you some examples of that. Every time I've ever had, the 11th, 12th day has been this tsunami day, and this just happens to hit exactly perfectly. Now watch, this is going to be incredible. You've got to see all this. You got to watch this whole entire thing. It's crazy. Okay, so right in between the 2014, 2015 tetrad blood moons and the 2032, 2033 tetrad blood moons, the exact center point is January 11th, 2024. And then from there, we have exactly 88 miles per hour, or 88 days till the mark comes out. On, as I've shared in my last 3 videos, part 1, 2, and 3, watch those if you haven't. Is going to, all the evidence shows, so much evidence I bring on those 3 parts, that the mark's coming out on that exact eclipse day of April 8th, 2024, which is 4/8 or 8/4, and that's Stinky Bill's birthday, 4/8 or 8/4, which is 4th of August or April 8th. Either way, 4/8, 8/4, however you want to look at it. Okay, but on the eclipse day is definitely April 8th or 8th of April 2024, okay, which is 88 days after this date. And then the timeline is 8 plus 8 days also. It's a new beginning. 8 in the Bible is a number for a new beginning. For example, the 8th year is going to be a new beginning of creation and everything. Or the 8,000th year, there's going to be 6,000 years of man, 1,000 years of the reign of Christ, and then the 8,000th is going to be a new beginning. That's how it works. It's the 8th is a new beginning. So there's 8 plus 8 days, a 16-day timeline, and then from that, within that 11 days is 88 days to get to the mark day. So anyway, from the 11th. Okay, so anyway, let's keep going. So the name traditional in Christianity for the leader of the devil is an angel who was cast from heaven into hell. He rebelled against God. Lucifer is usually identified with Satan. The name Lucifer, which means light, bearer of light, or morning star. Okay, he has several names, but this is the bright and morning star, or but in this situation, bearer of light, like a candle. See how that is? Okay. Now this is so crazy too. If you look at menorah, this is absolutely planned, because the menorah exactly equals in all these gematrias 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. In 16 gematrias, menorah exactly equals Lucifer. Okay, again, the light bearer, menorah, light, flame, okay, I mean, light bearer, Lucifer, hello, okay, this is absolutely impossible. It's 1 in how many quadrillion chance for this to match this, and then that goes that many times over with all these other gematrias. It's crazy, okay? And then Lucifer just happens to match Jesus. Now, again, that's his antithesis, but it also equals him being the false Jesus as well, but it also including, because they have a lot of predictive programming and all kinds of symbols for that, the false Jesus that he is, because he's going to claim to be Jesus and he's not. Okay, Stinky BO, the 44th press. Anyway, Especially after he comes back to life, after he's killed, and then he comes back to life. Okay, but on the other side of that, this also includes Jesus as well, and his body at the same time. But so see how these are the same here, okay, in English and in English Sumerian, okay. And then what's this hiding? Well, 7-4 is linked to Stinky BO, the 44th Pres, Obama, Insane Obama, okay, is Lucifer is 7-4, or 7 months and 4 days into the year is August 4th, okay? And then we have 4 plus 4 plus 4, or 4 plus 4 is 8, and then 4. This is hiding 8-4. This 7-4 is hiding 8-4, and this 4 plus 4 is 8, and then 4 is hiding 8-4. Okay, and then what's 8-4 break down to? 8-4 breaks down to 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. And so does, again, remember the mark day of 8th of April. So we have Obama's birthday, which is August 4th, and then we have the mark day, which is his birth, where he's the false Christ or false head, which joins with the false body that has the hokey pokey, and then eventually we'll get the mark. They're going to be he's going to be the completely Lucifer incarnate or Satan incarnate on 8-4, which is 8th of April. So we got August 4th and 8th of April, okay? And both of those can be reduced down to 12, and then 12 ultimately can be reduced down to 1, and then 2, within 2 is 1 plus 1, or 111, 111, and then of course if these are 111 and all these, so are these. So 111, 111, 111. Okay, this is what's hiding. January 11th, as I'm showing you on this thing, nailing this down right here. 111, January 11th, okay? This is crazy. Here, let's keep going. And then, by the way, the 20th Amendment of the United States changed the date of Inauguration Day to January 20th, unless that falls on a Sunday, in which case the date is moved to January 21st. And why I'm sharing this? Because all the presidents do every inauguration. They do. They're secretly the Masons and all these other sinister people. They do this ritual called the Raising of Osiris in D.C. when the cursing the Bible and all kinds of stuff. It's called the Raising of Osiris. And then that is on Inauguration Day, which is January 20th. We'll watch. So it's the 20th Amendment. So T is 20, take away the 0, and 2 is made up of 1 and 1. Again, 111, January 11th. And then it would change to January 20th. Again, 111 and January 1. Get away the 0 and 20, and 2 is 1 and 1. 111, 111. And then if it falls on Sunday, in which case the day is moved to January 21st, which will never happen now, but anyway, maybe it's never happened, I guess. It never will happen, but this is predictive programming. So January and then backwards 12 is January 12th. And so that, his birth, 11, depending on the time zone, it's like I've said many times for years, January 11th, the 11th and 12th day. So this is it's built right in this stuff. That's why each president is a version of the Antichrist being brought to the forefront. It's a ritual for the Antichrist. So that's why this would be matched up with the date the Antichrist is born, which is January 11th, then January 12th. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Okay, again, January 12th. January 11th. Okay, it's crazy. Now, this is the original chart that, Constantine, he does a lot of work with me on this. Thank you for a lot of his work. So again, I just massively thank you, my brother. So this is the chart that I drew up here based on all this information here. Okay. By the way, just January 11th, right in here is 2024 is the center point, and the blood moons are over here. Blood moons and blood moons. There's all these other things that nail this thing down. This is the center point, the balance point. Okay. And by the way, January on the Roman calendar, again, they are Roman. It's their new Roman Empire. And they go by the Roman calendar secretly, but, for example, we have September, which is 7, but it's really 9 on our calendar, but it's really Septem in Latin, all the way up to December. December is 10, Decem, which is Latin for 10, but we count it as the 12th month, which makes absolutely no sense. So January is the 11th month. So the real 11/11 is January 11th also, because January is the 11th month after Decem. December is 10th in the Roman calendar. Okay, and February would be the 12th month. Okay, so that's hiding 11/11. So a lot of you, including me, that have seen 11/11 many times, a long time ago or at different times, that's what this is This is what this is referring to, okay? And then, so this is the perfectly balanced. I'm going to get into some of these things here in just a second here, like right now. Okay, then you look at the center point, and then, like I said, from the eclipse that happened, the Great American Eclipse on August 21st, 2017, to the mark day of April 8th, 2024 is 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days, and that crosses over here. And then there's an overlap right here on this eclipse, and then there's the eclipse right there, the crossing of this eclipse right here, and the crossing of this eclipse right here. That eclipse that went across the United States like this, kind of, was October 14th, 2023. It went like this across the United States. Not exactly, but close. Anyway, I didn't, do the exact angle, whatever. And then that's going to cross this one that is going to come across on April 8th, 2024, and there's spaced out of 89 days and 89 days on either side of the center point, with a total of 178 days. I'm going to get into that in a second, some details on that. But then right over here on this, from this eclipse right here on October 14th, that went this way, up here across 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days again, all the way to here to June 1st, 2030. So see how this crosses over here, and then this crosses this way, and then there's a center here. There's the overlap right here, and the overlap is exactly 178 days or 89 days on either side of this exact center point. You see this? 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. And even with this overlap, you go from this back this way and this back that way, and I'm going to get into that in just a second here. But first, remember I shared a number of reasons in my last series, the part 1, 2, and 3, why iPad Go was deleted. This is another big reason, connecting it to Stinky BO, the 44th Prez, and that the last day of his presidency, when he shook hands with Trump to pass on to Trump, was January 20th. Trumple, I should say. I call him Trumple. Okay. Man, I lost my Trumple. Okay. Anyway, when he shook hands with Trumple in the Oval Office and all this other kind of stuff on January 20th, again, 1/11. Take away the 0, and 2 is 1 and 1. Okay, 2017 to the day that iPad Go was taken down exactly. September 5th, 2023. 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. Okay, again, just like these right here, just like 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, 6 days, and 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. I mean, are you kidding me? Nailing these together with even the eclipse dates. It's phenomenal. And now about this, his first day of inauguration, when Stinky BO was first inaugurated, is 1/20/2009. If you take that to the first eclipse day, okay, that first Great American Eclipse Day of August 21st, 2017, you have 66 months, 66 weeks, and 666 days. How about this? Also, from his birthday, 8/4/1961, okay, no Obama, okay, to the last day he was in office, okay, so it's a birth and a death, okay, a birth and a death of the presidency of his birth as a person, supposedly, right? It comes to 665 months and then 17 days. So what that means is that this time, when his last day of office was in his 666th month. His 666th month. Are you kidding me? I'm proving it. We are proving it. Thank you, my brother. Together, we are proving it. Constantine and I. Thank you, with the Lord Jesus. And then right up here, from where these two overlap, these 666 and 6666, right here where they overlap, back to the first eclipse and back to the last eclipse on this, you have 2,333 days, or 2 times 333 is 666. Okay, and then down here, from the Revelation 12 side, September 23rd, 2017, all the way to the first lunar eclipse, or first blood moon in this tetrad blood moons in 2032, is 666 weeks and 666 days. Bam. Okay, did we find enough 666s? Not quite. More is coming. Okay, and then, by the way, how about this? When you look at this first blood moon in 2014 and this first blood moon in 2032, the exact center point is this solar eclipse of April 20th, 2023. Yeah. Okay, so we're looking at 2023, these two, and these two are in 2024. And we're talking about right in the middle of those. So again, this first one and this first one, the exact midpoint is this lunar eclipse. Exact midpoint is a solar eclipse. Then move over here. Lunar eclipse, second lunar eclipse in 2032, 2014, exact midpoint, solar eclipse. Boom, over here. Third lunar eclipse or blood moon, exact midpoint, solar eclipse. April 8th, 2024, the day of the mark. Okay, again, it overlaps with that too, and this. These are both the 6666 and the 6666, but we have the ones on the outskirts, which is, we basically have four exactly spaced out solar eclipses, and the exact midpoint is still January 11th. Okay, and then we got the very last one. Again, last solar eclipse, or last lunar eclipse, exact midpoint is this solar eclipse on October 2nd, 2024. Incredible, incredible. So this still remains the midpoint of all this. It's just phenomenal, okay? So all these are blood moons, and then these are their exact midpoints, and they are exactly solar eclipses. Impossible. And this is not planned. This is not designed. There is no God. Some of you might say, oh please, there's no way this could randomly happen in creation, or why call it creation? You call it chance, in chanceation, or whatever. I mean, seriously. I mean, there's just so many things that are they're impossible for them not to have been created or planned, okay? And then again, this is exact center point, January 11th, 2024. No way. Okay, so this is the set of blood moons here in 2014, 2015, and then this is the one here that's showing 2030, 2032, and 2033. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyway, 2032, 2033. Okay, and the exact midpoint is right in here. Now, if you go even farther out to the 2003 and 2004, and out to 2043 and 2044, you go out to these ones, the exact midpoint is still, I've checked it out, it's still January 11th. So you keep going out from here, the exact midpoint is still January 11th, 2024. Okay, it's crazy. Okay, now to show this a little bit more of a blow up, like I said, where the 6666 overlap on the end, and then where this one overlaps here, in between is 89 and 89, and then there's the exact midpoint. Well, again, it's 178 days. Well, what's crazy about that? Again, this center point marks out this center point of this menorah, and this is what do you call that? What do you call that? Some people call it there's 178 in between on either side, or a full breadth between these two eclipses, okay? 89 on either side, 178. 178 is Star of David, is 178. We know it's not, a lot of you know it's not the Star of David. It's really the Star of Moloch, okay? Or Rampham. I could have put a Rampham also. Star of Moloch is 179. And again, if you include the day here, include this day plus 89 and 89 is 179 or 178. Star of David is the Star of Moloch, or Star of Rampham. And I should have showed that as well. But this shows Moloch is where they sacrifice children to Moloch. Horrible stuff. And CQBO is Moloch. And that's what this is all about. A 6-pointed pentagram. Okay. And then right like here, 89 on either side of the center point. This is the birth of the Antichrist right here. Okay. 89 and 89. 89 is upside down and backwards, 68. And CQBO, his name without his middle name, is 68 in English gematria. I'm sorry, but that's what this is. Okay, yea, you took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god Rampham, figures which you made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. Destroy you, putting up your children and sacrificing your children, God says. Okay, it's horrible, but even beyond Babylon. Okay, Babylon's set for judgment, and we are Mystery Babylon, United States, and it's in the process of being taken away from the world. And then also Revelation 3:9 says, behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. And then it says that they will bow down before us and everything. It's just crazy. This stuff's in the Bible. Okay, it's in the Bible. And then again, they call this the Star of David, but no, this is a really good example of all these different symbols and stuff. And there's a lot that this means I don't know, of course. But you have this symbol here, and you got the grand architect, or the great architect G in the middle of this, and that's what this is. It's very Masonic. It's Kabbalistic. It's evil, pure evil. It's Luciferian symbols. Okay, this 6-pointed star. Okay, it's and what else is it? Well, the Star of Rampham is 6 points, 6 triangles, and 6 sides. Because we have a hexagon right in the middle of here, okay? But really, if you want to look at it, to me, it's more accurately 6 triangles. So 6 triangles connected by the corners in a hexagram shape. Okay, for sure. Okay, but a very good definition of this is 6 triangles. And what is 6 triangles hiding? 6 triangles is hiding. If you just go backwards here, exactly backwards, 2 is hiding 1 and 1, and then we have 1 and then 24. So we literally have the 11th of January 24. Okay, and that exactly where that is. Okay, 11th of January 2024. Okay, 11th of January, and that's exactly. It's also real quick. It's also 2 separate things. Again, just it's 111 or 11-1. Okay, then it's also 9 plus 4 plus 2 is 15, or first or January 5th, because that is the first attack day, January 5th. So it shows 2 separate dates, and then together it's 11-1-24. And anything you add 9 to stays the same, so you can get rid of any 9, so it's 24. Or you can add 9 to 4 to 2, and you get 15. 9 plus 4 plus 2 is 15, and that's 1-5. Okay, and I'm going to show that for a number of examples coming up of these 2 dates in so many things, and in one particular movie that was produced by Higher Ground, or the Obama's production company, that was produced on Netflix. Okay, and here it is. Okay, Leave the World Behind. Okay, so much in this. This movie is really wicked, and it's telling that this stuff's coming very soon. It's showing dates, showing events, and showing all kinds of stuff. It's bad, but it shows you what's coming. A lot of certain things that are coming, not a lot. I mean, not all of it, and just some of it. Okay, I mean, come on, the guy that was like Hope and Change. They produce a movie about the end of the world, and then he's not the Antichrist. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, seriously, showing a lot of events that are going to happen in the United States, and eventually, ultimately, it's going to be completely invaded by foreign armies. And my wife had several dreams about that. I've seen visions of it. There's tons of gematria about other armies all over, like Russia and China and other Central American armies invading the United States once it's destroyed. That's coming. That is coming to its future. It's crazy. Okay, and then their production company is Higher Ground. Okay, and then this is a ziggurat. I mean, are you kidding me? Or a ladder, a stairway to heaven. And it literally goes, there's this like an animation on their website. It's like, brrr, brrr, it goes, brrr, like it's a stairway to heaven. I mean, are you kidding me? It's crazy. And then, again, this is a pyramid or a ziggurat, that's what a ziggurat is, and a pyramid really is. And they smoothen it in a pyramid, like in Egypt and stuff. But these are like, from a perspective, it's like steps going up into heaven. And that's what it is, okay? So, in Higher Ground, what is Higher Ground? Well, Higher Ground, in English reverse and Sumerian and reverse Sumerian, you add these 2 together and you get 144. You add these 2 together. So, for example, 134 and 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 134 is 144. There's several ways to do this. Okay, and then 804 plus 1140 is 1944. Take away the 9, because anything you add 9 to stays the same. So it's 1944. It goes to 144. So you add all this up together, it's a version of 144. You add all this up backwards, and it's 144. These 2 together, 144. These 2 together, 144. All kinds of ways, it's 144. And who's going into heaven, to Higher Ground? The 144. And they want to do that on earth in a false manner, and that is going to be April 8th, 2024, or April 8th, 24, which is April 8th is 4 plus 8 is 12, and then 24, and that's 1224 or 144, the false 144, as I've shared in those previous videos. Okay, and then this is the new one, the actual 144 that are leaving are going to be on January 11th, 2024. It looks like. Okay, that's what it looks like. This is my prediction right now. We'll see how it goes. And then Higher Ground also produces The Big Hit Show. The Big Hit Show, and it just happens to be a lightning bolt. And then again, that's Barack Obama. Lightning falls from heaven in Hebrew is Barack Obama in Luke 10:18. Jesus said that. And then you got the electricity, or basically lightning, or maybe even thunder. For example, the first attack day is going to be on the 4th and 5th day. The 4th day in January is Thor's Day. The day of Thor, the god of lightning, god of thunder, or whatever, god of thunder. Okay? I mean, seriously. Crazy. And then they also produced Renegades, born in the USA. Again, the enemy's called the Renegade. He's called all kinds of bad names, deceiver, all that stuff. And one of his names is renegade. Okay, and that was his. I think that was his code name as the the president of the United States, POTUS. It was renegade, I believe. And renegade, what's renegade? Renegade is really bad. Okay, wait, let me do this first. Renegade is renegade really means traitor. It means traitor. Okay, that's what it means. Someone who's traitor, and he's not. There's no more of a traitor than this dude right here. This beast and a human combined, which is a clone. Anyway, and so check this out. We've got Bruce Springsteen. Bruce Springsteen. Okay, Springsteen. He was born. Check this out. September 23rd, just like Revelation 12 sign, September 23rd, but 1949. To this date that Stinky Bill is going to be born of Lucifer, of Satan, okay, is 74 years and 111 days. 74 is Lucifer, and he's born on January 11th. Look at this. Lucifer, light bearer on January 11th. And there it is. Lucifer, 7-4 on 111, right there. Lucifer, light bearer on January 11th. You see that? Look at that. His birthday to when he is going to be incarnated by Satan, okay, when lightning falls from heaven on this day, the 11th day, okay, is 74 years from his birthday and 111 days. So Lucifer's being 74, and then January 11th. Lucifer on January 11th is what that's. That's why he's even right. That's why he's even right here. This is why it's even right here. There's probably a lot more reasons too than I haven't done even more research I could do. So there's probably a lot more reasons. It's usually multifaceted, but right, Bruce Springsteen, it's probably even his last name, his first name, all kinds of stuff. Bruce, I mean, remember, Bruce Almighty, Bruce connected to God, the name of God, and Bruce Almighty, and his name is Bruce, and that's to do with God, and like in the movie Bruce Almighty. I mean, are you kidding me? There's so many things. Okay, anyway, so there we go, January 11th. Okay, and then again, back to this movie here. So much in this movie, okay? It's kind of a crud movie, but it's in some ways it's worth watching just so you can see some of their plans, and I'm going to kind of break down some things. Not a ton, but some things in this video, okay? There's so much I could break down, but I'm going to break down some things. So check this out. In this ad, you have the horned stag. The horned stag is a significant animal with many sacred traditions, lore and myths, and being a week before winter solstice. Significantly, in Celtic lore, the horned god dies before winter solstice to be reborn again, or after the solstice, okay? So it's around this time, okay? It's all symbolic, okay? So I thought it could have been in December based on a lot of symbolism, but that is still on tap for January and after the winter solstice, okay, on or after. So the timing is crazy. It still falls in line with that. And then check this out, an iPad Goat on the wall going into the exit, which is the door, the portal, okay, the exit of the church, okay, there's the stag right there. There's the horned stag right there. There's right before the exit, right? The exit, and it turns red, and nukes going off, all kinds of stuff eventually, and all that. Well, during this time, even on the 8th day, there's one in New York and everything. So a lot more going on here. It's crazy. And then this Netflix release date was December 8th. December is 10 and December is 10 on the Roman calendar. So that's 10/8, and you just take away 0, and you have 1/8. So that's the horned stag dying on 1/8, and that fits perfectly. That's his death day. He dies on 1/7 and then is reported on 1/8. It fits perfectly. The death of the stag, like it's showing here. 1/8. And then the other release was in the theaters. Okay, wait. Oh, wait, before I do that, I'm talking about the exit. So this exit and iPad Goat. The exit and iPad Goat is EXIT. It's right there, this door, and iPad Goat. And exit is 58. If you break it down very simply, 5 plus 4 is 5 plus 4. 5 plus 9 is 14. That's 1/4, January 4th, and we have 2024. It's in Exodus. See, this is all about gematria. All these symbols, all these scenes, these words are all gematria. So look, 5 plus 9 is 14. That's January 4th, 2024. There it is, January 4th, 2024. And to confirm that, when this was released in the theaters, it was November. It says right here, select theaters November, but the exact date was November 22nd, 11/22, 11/22. Remember that Walmart commercial back a few years ago? Because it was really 11 is, remember, it's January. It's hiding January being the 11th month of the Roman calendar, and then 2 plus 2 is 4, so that's January 4th. Oh, look, January 4th, 2024, January 4th. That's when the first attack happens. In fact, this whole movie is about that first day. Their first day when the really attacks start to happen was the first 2 days, 4th and 5th, because they stay overnight, they sleep overnight, and then there's another attack day. It's basically covering 2 days. The first and the second attack day, 4th and the 5th, in this movie, and it's all there numerically. I'm going to show that to you. Okay, and then, by the way, also here, right before the exit door right here, is 3 leaves. 3 leaves. 1, 2, 3 leaves. What's 3 leaves? 3 leaves is 120. Oh, look, presidential inauguration on January 20th, which is 1, and then take away the 0. 2 is hiding 1 and 1, so January 11th. And yeah, we have 1, and then 7 plus 7 is 14, or 1 plus 4 is 5, or take away the 1 and rule of Kalel, it's 1, 4, or 1 plus 4 is 5. So 1, 4, 1, 5, because 7 plus 7 makes 14, and that's 1. Take away the 1 from 14, you got 4, or 1 plus 4 is 5. Does that make sense? It's 1, 4 or 1, 5, because rule of Kalel, you could take away that 1, or leave it. Okay, so that is January 5th and January 11th. Again, there it is, 3 leaves, and it's about leaving also. Leave the world behind. Okay, it's not that's the name of the movie. Nobody's leaving the world behind. They're in the world when this happens. It's in your face. It's telling you that the faithful will leave the world behind. Okay, and I'm going to show you, because that's this right here. Leave the world behind is in gematria. What's this? 1, 9 plus 2 is 11. 1, 11. Again, and then in reversing the Sumerian, there's many other ways that this is, but these are 2 very similar, and they're almost identical ways to show you. 1 and 9 plus 2 is 11. We've got 9, 11, and then 6 is 2 plus 4, or 24. So we literally have that exact date I've been talking about. 111 or 111, 6 is made up of 2 and 4, 24. 111, 24, leave the world behind is when the faithful will be taken up into heaven. When Lucifer, Satan's cast down to the earth, to no longer be the prince of the power of the air, no longer have any authority in heaven, be the prosecutor against the faithful and the other things like that. He'll be knocked down, and he'll be stuck on earth. And then he'll use his technology. Anyway, he uses technology to be sort of like a god, but not really. Okay. Boom. There you go. Leave the world behind. We are leaving the world behind. The ones that are faithful. And then first letter code, which I don't know anybody who talks about first letter code like I do, or at all. So L is 12, T is 20, W is 23, B is 2, which is hiding 1 plus 1. And I showed it this way so you see this. Not only do we have 1, 11, 24, we also have 12, 20, 23, and then B is 2, which is hiding 1 and 1. Now watch this. We take this 1 right here and put it over here. And we take this 12, put it right there. And look, 20, bam. And 23 plus 1 is 24. There we go. 1, 12, 20, 24. We literally have 1, 11, 24. And we have 1, 12, 20, 24. Both his birthdays. The 11th day and the 12th day. Okay? You can't make this up. It's right there in front of your face. I mean, look at this. 2023. And they're just hiding this. We're being split from 2 into 1 and 1. There it is. 2023 plus 1, 2024. Bam. Okay? Now check this. This is a scene from the movie. And you have the 2 children of the main couple in here, which are played by Ethan Hawke and yeah, I can't remember her name. Julia Roberts. Okay, Ethan Hawke and Julia Roberts. That's a couple, and these are their children. I mean, just of course, typical American disconnected family. And they portray that very well that way. And it's bad, but it just shows you what's going on with a lot of people. It's just crazy. And then look at this. You got 2 shirts, Obey and NASA. Okay, a lot of people might think, oh, it's Obey. Most people think it's just Chance, but no, it's not Chance. And you think, okay, it's Obey NASA. Okay, well, it's more than that. It's much more than that. So obey, NASA is hiding something. By the way, who does this look like? I'm telling you, I saw it right away when I first saw it. But first, NASA is one. These are multiple meanings. Okay, so one thing is obey NASA because they're lying to you and telling you things that they're not really doing, and things that they've done which they haven't been. Even Buzz Aldrin admitted he wasn't actually there, didn't actually go. And they even said scientists at NASA said they've never even been able to or can't get through the Van Allen radiation belt. I mean, all kinds of massive evidence, if you ever studied it, show about what happened with them and the MOON and all that. Okay, Nasha means to lead astray, that is, mentally to delude or morally to seduce, beguile, or to deceive. Deceive. Nasha, okay, Hebrew word, Nasha, which this is based on, and it's also hiding something else. I'm going to show you here in a second. Now check this out. Obey. This is who this really showing. Look at the wide nose. Look at the lips. Look at this. The darkness from the brows. His eyes. But they make his eyes super small on this thing, and they distort it a bit, so you can't really tell right away. But there's like this nice rounded, perfectly rounded, with the same size chin, same lips, same nose, all that stuff. I'm telling you, that's him, and I'm going to prove it other ways. Boom, right here. Obey in English and reverse is, guess what? When was his birthday? August 4th, 1961. August 4th, 1961 is 4 days and 7 months into 61. I'm going to say that again. Sikibio, the 44th president's birthday, is August 4th, 1961. August 4th, 1961 is 4 days and 7 months into 1961. Bam, obey. Okay. Oh man, this is crazy. Okay, and then one thing that is missing in the name NASA is T minus. Okay, so they're minusing, do it backwards. They're minusing the T. That's what T minus means. They'll say T minus 10 hours till countdown, T minus 10 minutes, T minus 5 seconds, whatever, whatever it might be. They're saying minus T from them. Yeah, we know that they're saying it means time minus and all that. Okay, I got that, but it's hiding. So if you add the minus T, go backwards, the minus T, and you add the T to NASA, what does it become? It becomes Satan. Of course. And then so we have obey, and this is what this is actually saying, and people have no idea. It's saying obey Satan, and then this is who this face is. Distort a little bit, but he is Satan. Obey Satan. That's what this is saying. Believe it or not, I'm sorry. I'm telling you the exact truth coming from Jesus. If you don't believe it, it's on you, but it's truth. I'm sorry that you can't see it if you can't see it. Hopefully you can see it and you see this and it's a revelation to you, okay? And then to prove that anymore, T minus spelled out is an English ordinal, and I've said these two go together in so many, I've showed that so many ways. And then you add 9 to say the same, so we're going to cross out this 9. So you have left over is 666. And is that the number of beast or Satan? The number of the beast is 666, or Satan, or he is the beast. Do you see what I'm saying? Here you go. T minus spelled out. T minus. And that's more evidence of that. Bam. I'm just not making this stuff up. So you have the logo, and all you need to do is just tilt it and then mirror it, and it's boom like that. Very similar to that. And you add the T in an anagram form, and then there you go. And then who is really Satan, Satan? It is Obama, Oblaba. Okay, Obama. Get it? Obama, the god of destruction. So is that a coincidence that the god of destruction, the potential god of destruction that the Bible talks about, Apollyon, whatever, is named Obama? Nope, no, I don't think so. And hundreds of over 800 solid evidences I've shown over the last 5 years, basically. Okay, and so it says in Revelation 12:9, so the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And then right here, by the way, it's Revelation 12:9. 12:9 is 1, 2 plus 9 is 11. Okay, Satan, right there, 111. See it? 129, 1, 2 plus 9. Revelation 12:9. Okay, and then right here, Nasha, another way of showing it is in the Hebrew lexicon. Just like we're recognizing it spelled, just like we recognize it spelled NASA, Nasha. Okay, and right here, It's translated in this following manner 12 times: deceive. Nasha, deceive. Satan deceives. Nasha, deceives. Satan deceives. Deception, lies. Deception, okay? An anagram sitting right in here, right in front of your eyes, okay? You don't even know. And then what's this? This is Hebrew word in the Hebrew concordance, or lexicon, I should say, 5377. And that reduces down to 5 plus 3 is 7. Sorry, 5. Man, I'm a little off right now. A little off. A little tired, but doing my best I can. 5 plus 3 is 8, and then 7, 7. 8, 7, 7. Reduce it even more. 8 plus 7 is 15, and then 7. 15, 7. Reduce a little more. 1, and then 5 plus 7 is 12. 112, 111. So Satan deceives, 111. Nasha deceive, 112. His 2 birthdays right there. It's all in the numbers. Okay, I'm telling you. Okay, and then in the movie, this girl, the girl I showed you that had a NASA shirt, okay, she's all in it. She's like worships the show Friends, and she's going through all the seasons. And then as they go out to this house that they're vacationing in for a certain amount of time, the service goes out, and she's trying to finish the last one, the last episode of Friends. And by the way, Friends is 1, and then again, if you take a rule of cloud, you can take away the 1, so you have 1, 4, or you have 1, and then 1 plus 4 is 5. You have 1, 4, and 1, 5 are both the 4th and 5th day. 1, 4, and 1, 5. First attack days, and that's what this movie is based on. The first attack day is 1, 4, and 1, 5. And then you have the birth of the Antichrist. This is 111, or 7 plus 5 is 12, like I was showing you, and then 1, and then 2 is made up of 1 and 1. So all these things are in this movie. I'm going to show you a handful, but it's full. The whole movie's full of them. It's all about 1-5, and then ultimately the birth of the Antichrist on 111. Okay, and a few other things like his death. So right here you have 1 and then 7. He dies on 1-7, but and is reported on 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. Okay, so but I'm just going to round this up. So know this as 1-7 and 1-8, because you can take the 1 away right here, and you have he dies on 1-7, and then he's reported death on 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. So I'm going to say 1 down here, and then we can make this 7 or 8. So, but 8, and then S and E. So season and episode. SE is 19, and E is 5. 19 plus 5 is 24. Okay, we're seeing this. You know how many people, how many of us are taking season and episode, and they don't know first letter code is S and E, and you add them together, it's year 24? Crazy, man, crazy. And it's the last one, baby, the last one. The last one is the name of the episode, the last one. Because we're at the end, people. And then this is the complete gematria for White House. Of course, just like the White House that's all the same gematria, 1-5 and 111. But I'm going to take another step and say the modern white modern house, or modern White House, however you want to say it, doesn't matter. Look, 3 plus 8 is 11. 111. 12 plus 12 is 24. 111, 24. 111, 24. And then I could use, there's all kinds of examples I have in gematria. I'm just showing you some examples to prove my point. Okay? And then in the movie, sorry. So, I was going to say, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen the movie and want to see it first, go ahead and watch it, and then you can finish this or whatever. If you don't care, or you still will see it after this, whatever. Okay, but in the movie, it happened. It's kind of sort of a surprise, but not really. They foreshadow it very well. But here comes this just this drifting or unmanned or whatever massive oil tanker, and it's called White Lion because it's about the day that starts. Okay, the days that starts, which is oil tanker again, January 5th, and then 8 plus 3 is 11. 5 and 1-5, January 5th, and 1-11, the birth of the Antichrist, and the first day, 4th or 5th. And again, with the rule of Kalal, you can take 1 away, and it could be 104 or 105. Okay. And 111, there it is. And then White Lion, 6 plus 9 is 15. You can take away the 0, that'd be 1-5. And then just like this down here, that's 7 plus 6 is 13, and then 8. 13, 8, or 138 is right here, 138. Or 3 plus 8 is 11. That's what that converts to, okay? Because 7 plus 6 is 13, 138 it would be. or 111, 111. See how that is? 1 5, 1 5. Okay, boom. And then there's this crazy scene here. I'm going to show you several things in each scene, and it really illustrates my point very well. So this Julia Roberts character, and I can't remember her name right now off the top of my head, or what, doesn't really matter, but so it's just Julia Roberts playing this because this is really important. I'm going to show you about these actors that are in here. The three most famous actors in this movie, okay, are her and then Ethan Hawke and this other guy. I'm going to show you in a second. Mr. Bacon, fried bacon. Okay, so, and there he is right there. So this is a scene. So she's at this store, and she looks up while she's putting stuff in their vehicle. She looks up, smiles at this guy. He kind of looks at her and looks at her kind of, he like stops, kind of looks at her weird, and then she kind of like, well, okay, frowns, looks away. He doesn't smile back, and he doesn't look too happy. He's not doing good, okay? And then next scene after that, he's loading something, okay? And the next thing is this slicing of tomatoes by the Ethan Hawke character. So that's literally what happens. She, right here, she's putting stuff in the back of her car that she was just shopping, in a cart, whatever. Okay, she smiles over at him. He doesn't smile back. He looks kind of disgusted at her a little bit or something. He's loading his truck with stuff, with survival supplies, really. Doesn't look too happy. She doesn't look too happy. And then after that, she doesn't look happy at all because she first smiles at him and then he doesn't, frowns at her. And then you see slicing tomatoes. Okay, now watch this. Now, here we go. Ready? Okay, now this is Julie. She is wearing aviators. Aviators are 105. Again, January 5th, and exactly 111. And I've shared out aviators are also in reverse English gematria, or reverse Sumerian, English Sumerian, are 666. Aviators are 666, and the base of 666 is 111. So we literally have exactly January 5th and January 11th. I mean, so precise, I can't believe it, okay? And then right here, see the background here is that's a black Range Rover, and I could do black Range Rover, all kinds of combinations of this, still be the same. Range Rover is 1, 2 plus 3 is 5, 1, 5, January 5th, 1, 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, and 1, 4 plus 7 is 11, 111, 105, 111, 105, 111. And she just happens to be actress Julia Roberts, 1, 5, 111. Again, 4-7 or 7-4 doesn't matter. 111, 111, 111, 105, 15, 15. Okay, crazy. And then go to him. Okay, he's like, whatever. Farm Supply. Look at this, 111 and 15. Where do we see this? Where do we see 147 and 123? Range Rover, it's just reverse. So in English, it's 147 and 123 is Farm Supply. 123 and 147, exactly reverse. But we still have 15 and 111. And that is Kevin Bacon. 9 plus 6 is 15, that's 15. And then again, 7 plus 4 is 11. 111 and 15. Boom. And guess what he's doing? Because I showed her having aviators. I'm going to show one thing other than her name and this other thing by her, behind her, like the signs behind him. What is he doing? He is loading bottled water. That is 1. 2 is hiding 1 and 1, and then you have 24. Or backwards, 24th year, 11. 2 is hiding 11 and 1. Or the 24th year, 11th of January. 24th year, 11th of January. Boom. And then this is Ethan Hawke, 9-6, or 9 plus 6 is 15. That's January 5th, 15, January 5th, and 174. Do you see some similarities in here with these people's names? Do you see that? Well, I'm going to show you in just a second. So that's 9 plus 6 is 15, and then Ethan Hawke is also 1, 7 plus 4 is 11, 111. And what is he doing? He's slicing tomatoes. Again, we have 1, 8 plus 6 is 14, so that's the fourth. Take away the 1, or 1 plus 4 is 5. That's 114 or 15, and then 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 8-4, like I showed you before with Lucifer and Jesus. It's also 1-2, and then 1-2 is 1, and 2 is hiding 1 and 1. So 1-3-4-4 or 4-4-4 or 8-4 or 12 or 1-1-1, which is 111. Hopefully that makes sense because I went through this already. Hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, I just didn't show it to you exactly. Now, if you take Julia Roberts, you take Ethan Hawke, and you take Kevin Bacon, the three most popular people by far in this movie, They all literally have all the same gematria for the most part. There's only one exception right here, but 9 plus 6 is 15, and you take away the 0, and they're all 15, and then they're all definitely in reverse, 174. Is that a coincidence? No. 174, like I said earlier, is 8-4, Stinky Bio's birthday that we know, August 4th. It's also 1, the birthday we don't know because it's hidden, is 1, 7 plus 4 is 11, 111. And then remember, over here, these are all 15, 9 plus 6 is 15, 9 plus 6 is 15, these are all 15 because you take away the 0 on this 2. They're all 15, or 1 plus 5 is 6, which is 6. Okay, these are all 6, 6, 6, and 6. Okay, it is 666 too, because these are the 3 most famous people. That'd be 666 on 111. Okay, that's one way to look at it. Or 84. Okay, because that's also 84, and this is also 8th of April 2024. Also, but also 6 is hiding 2 plus 4 or 2-4. So we literally have 111 and then 6. Like I showed you, you put these together and you got the full date of 111-24, or you have them separately, you have 111 and 15. But together it's 111-24, and that's a massive coincidence. All 3 of these have the exact same gematria. No, it's all planned. That's why they're even actors in this movie, because it's all about what's about to happen here. Okay, I'm telling you, believe it or not. See, again, January 11th, there you go, bam. Now I want to share this with you. This is crazy. This is actually from Ready Player One, but they do a little thing about The Shining. But on the movie The Shining, it's this door, a portal. Remember, on 111, when the faithful go up, and then Lucifer is cast down, okay, or Satan, however you want to call it. I mean, ultimately, he is the same guy, okay? He has different names for different things he's doing and where he is and all that kind of stuff, okay, and all that. He has all kinds of different names and stuff. But if you think about Satan being cast down, that's on 111, and then the faithful going up right after that, okay, because he has to be cast down first, and the restrainer is taken out of the way, and then we are taken up to the faithful are taken up to heaven. Okay, if what I'm saying is true, okay, then that's what I'm saying. Okay, then that's both times the enemy's kicked out of heaven, a portal's opened up, and I called him pooped out onto earth. Okay. And then the faithful is taken down. A door, Jesus says, I open a door that no man can shut. He's talking about that in Revelation. And then the faithful, the church of Philadelphia, are taken up, and none of the other churches are taken up. Read Revelation 2 and 3 if you haven't. And those are the different types of churches, are the different kinds of faithful or non-faithful people in the end times. And the Philadelphia church is taken up through the portal, the door that no man can shut. And this just happens to be on a door. Look, this happens to be a door. Is 237. Now remember, 4 years ago, and I've shared this in previous videos. 4 years ago, I had a dream where he said 216, which is Stinky Bio's date of birth, the day of the year that he was born, 216th day of the year. And he said 216 is 219, and he flipped the 6 to a 9. So that would represent his hidden birth. The 216 we know is his birth, the 216th day of the year, which is August 4th. And then, okay, so then we have that. And then a couple years, that was about 4 years ago plus. And then a couple years ago in February, this February would be about 2 years ago, he said, a really quick dream too, Isis is born on 210. Now, if you look at all these 3, they're all 210. 2, 1 plus 9 is 10. 2, 3 plus 7 is 10. 210. Okay, so they're essentially all 210. So we're just going to look at 210 right here for a second. Okay, they're all equal. 210, 2, 1 plus 9 is 10, 2, 3 plus 7 is 10, 210. Okay, see what I'm saying? Now watch. Take away the 0 and then go backwards. 1 and 2 is hiding 11. So 1, 11. 1, take away the 0 because they don't count zeros. 1 and then 2 is hiding 1 and 1. So again, this is 3 plus 7 is 10. Take away the 0. That's 1 and then 2 is hiding 11. Same thing. 1 plus 9 is 10. Take away the 0. 1 is hiding 111. And what is this also? What is 219? It's TS. What's TS? Boom. T is 20 and take away the 0. It's 2. S is 19. The Shining is TS. The first letter code is also telling you the clue. TS is 219. The Shining. It's also in last letter code, believe it or not. E is 5. Let me show you that. We have EG, the last letter code. So not only is first letter code TS, which is 219 or 210, and so backwards hidden is 111. Okay, the birth of the Antichrist. It's also the last letter code is EG. What's EG? E is 5 and G is 7. That's why it's remember it's It's the technology for cell phones right now is 5 ABCDFG or 5-7, because 5-7 is 12 and 12 is hiding 1 and 1 and 1 or 111. That's why it's called. See, do you get that? So the technology is 5 ABCDFG or 5-7, and 5-7 is 12, and that's also I've shared in my videos. Obama is Mr. 57. He had the 57th inauguration of a president. Okay, that was one of his inaugurations, is the 57th inauguration. He said he went to 57 states, and the people thought it was a gaffe or whatever. No, it wasn't. It was all planned to show he's number 57. I've literally shared over 50 or 60 different 57s that relate to him. Okay, it's crazy. Right after Revelation 12 sign, he had his 57th birthday. Anyway, long story with all this stuff. Okay, because 57 is 12, and 57 is also same as 8-4. They're both become 12, and 12 is hiding 1 and 1 and 1, 111. Okay, again, 5-7 is 12, and 12 is backwards 111 or 1-2. See all that? So basically, the shining first letter code is 111 backwards, and last letter code is basically 111 backwards, hiding in TS and EG. Okay, it's crazy. And the shining, okay, so that's all. This is 111. Okay, it's like I've shared. Okay, and we have basically January 11th, 2024 is the shining. Get it? The flame, the shining. Okay, crazy. That's why it's called the shining, and it's also because the faithful will be in heaven. They'll be shining. Because the enemy has to report what people don't know. He doesn't want to say specifically, but he has to report about the good with the bad. But he won't tell you about the details about the good. But he has to report it together and secretly show that, like with Lucifer and Jesus, like I showed you. But there's also Jesus also means the false Jesus also. But anyway, okay. So what I want to say to you is, to close out this video, Happy New Year! It's coming. Because Happy New Year is 9421002, and that was just like 6 triangles, same exact code, 942 and 1002 or 1002, same thing, which is hiding backwards. 11th of January 2024, 11th 2 is hiding 1 and 1. 11th of January 24, take away the 9. Anything you add 9 to stays the same. 6 triangles is Happy New Year. So there's a ton of stuff I could get into beyond this. I'm not going to go much more than this. Okay, boom. Oh, anyway, there's a little bit quick thing about this. I didn't finish this. I decided to show you the one I did. This is not even complete, but the one I actually did by hand is more accurate, because I couldn't fit everything in here. It's crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that, and I just want to thank you. Everybody who's ever given, who's ever prayed for me and my family. Positive comments on this channel, any kind of support you've ever given. I just thank you.